No one is saying that. Francis Ngannou is literally carrying this thing by himself, and the promo for this fight is trash. PFL, you can do better. But they can market this, man. They can market this and go, Ferreira's the guy to take out Ngannou. Ferreira's the guy to knock out Ngannou. Ferreira's the guy to destroy Ngannou. But instead, it's just like, oh, Ngannou's fighting, by the way. Oh yeah, Ngannou's a big name. He used to be in the UFC. He's done boxing. Oh yeah, he fought Tyson Fury. Oh yeah. And it's like, yeah, but give us the upset. Give us the potential upset that Ferreira can bring. You know, draw us in. You've only got until October, bruv. You've only got until October. When it comes to these fighting promotions, in my opinion, the reason why the UFC is upper echelon is because the promo is not the same. Like, UFC promo is top tier promo. Bellator promo is nowhere near. Bellator has been around for ages, bro. Bellator, Anthony Pettis used to be there. Anthony Pettis? Yeah. Anthony Pettis used to be at Bellator, no? Henderson used to be in Bellator as well. Cyborg used to be in Bellator. Who else am I thinking about? But Bellator has been around for a while, and Bellator still cannot get at that level of coverage. Still cannot get at that level of hype. It's the promo. It's the promo that these fight organizations have. It's just nowhere near UFC promo, right? Look at my man's right now, Francis Ngannou. He's got a fight coming up, and this is the worst bit. This is what I mean by the promo is a little bit different. It's like the promo is not like, as the youngsters say, it's not giving. The promo is not giving. The point I'm trying to make is Ngannou versus Ferreira is about to happen in October, 19th of October. You guys can check it out. You guys can follow them. I know about this fight because of Francis Ngannou. Because Francis Ngannou is the bigger name, even though he's not technically the bigger fighter, size-wise. But also, Francis Ngannou used to be in the UFC, and that elevated his position to household name, right? Ending up on the Joe Rogan show, getting sponsored by Gymshark. Guys, I don't fuck with Gymshark. Don't get me started on Gymshark, man. But Francis Ngannou is the bigger name. Francis Ngannou versus Ferreira. Now, it's not to say that Ferreira to the hardcore MMA fans is unknown. It's just to say that, in my opinion, the way PFL should have marketed this should have been done something along the lines of the way the UFC market their fights. I need this coffee so bad. In the UFC, I don't know if you guys remember, but back in the day, whoever Conor McGregor fought, for example, right? Because Conor McGregor is like a more recent fighter. I'll give you guys that example. But whoever Conor McGregor fought had just as much coverage as Conor McGregor. They'd be talking about Conor McGregor. They'd be like, this kid out of Ireland, blah, 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 blah. But they'd also be talking about his opponent. They'd be talking about Eddie Alvarez. And they'd be like, Eddie Alvarez's boxing is like top tier. His boxing is just amazing. You know, his striking ability is amazing. Conor McGregor might have a hard time. There was a hype created over the fact that there could be a potential upset. There was a momentum. There was a drama sort of created over the fact that Conor McGregor wasn't untouchable. That Eddie Alvarez could potentially hurt Conor McGregor, and in a big way, because of his amazing history and boxing skills, striking skills, right? That's how the UFC marketed it. So then you would go in as a Conor McGregor fan and you would go, Conor's gonna go in. And you would also go in as a Conor McGregor hater going, well, Conor McGregor's not better at boxing than Eddie Alvarez. And so you would go in. And so the fight would be amazing. Conor McGregor is a bit of an extreme example because he's a household name at that stage. But the way the UFC do it is, whoever is, let's take Sean O'Malley for example, right? Is Sean O'Malley a good example? Let's take Sean O'Malley for example, or let's take Israel Adesanya for example, right? These guys are big names, and whoever their opponents are, the way the UFC markets it is that their opponents have to make the fans believe that the opponent is just as hungry or is just as capable of taking them out as they are. Whoever Adesanya fights, his opponent, the UFC will market it in a way that there is a potential upset for Adesanya. Sean O'Malley, there is a potential upset for Sean O'Malley. Oh, Sean O'Malley's opponent has been training in the mountains with gorillas and bears and shit. Oh, he might just be the guy to take. You know what I mean? That marketing is there, it draws the fans in. But with PFL, it's like, oh, by the way, Francis Ngannou is a big name. Come check him out, 19th of October. Francis Ngannou is a big name. And I kind of feel like this is where they got it wrong. Because, yeah, I get it. PFL is not as big as the UFC. Fine. But you do have the opportunity to market this in a way whereby everyone sitting on their casting couch, myself included, is looking at this and going, damn, this dude's a giant. Ferreira is literally bigger than Ngannou. Like, you guys thought Ngannou was bigger? Ferreira is actually bigger than Ngannou. But they can market this, man. They can market this and go, Ferreira's the guy to take out Ngannou. Ferreira's the guy to knock out Ngannou. Ferreira's the guy to destroy Ngannou. But instead, it's just like, oh, Ngannou's fighting, by the way. Oh yeah, Ngannou's a big name. He used to be in the UFC. He's done boxing in a different sport. Oh yeah, he fought Tyson Fury. Oh yeah, and it's like, yeah, but give us the upset. Give us the potential upset that Ferreira can bring. You know, draw us in. You've only got until October, bro. You've only got until October. 3rd of September. We're 3rd of September. Like, bro, come on. Give me something, you know? And also, like, with the UFC, and I know it's unfair to compare them, but with the UFC, you had multimedia platforms. You had like multiple media platforms that were covering and are still covering. So many platforms. You can go on X right now. So many platforms cover Fight Night. So many platforms cover the Contender Series. Like, everybody wants to cover the UFC. PFL need to get to that point. I don't know what they need to do. I don't know if they need to pay influencers like the way Ubisoft do it. Ha! Ubisoft pays influencers. I don't know if they need to, you know, invite people to their fights. Because if PFL want me to go to their fights, I'll go to their fights, man. Where's this one taking place? They don't even bumperclat say where it's taking place. It's so amateur. Francis Ngannou, Cyborg Pacheco, Saturday 19th. Where is it taking place? Look at this comment by Chase. At Just Chase. Damn, only 139 likes. This is going to be a record breaker for pay-per-views. Guess that Jake Paul partnership isn't working out. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about when it comes to PFL. Their marketing is so bad. If this was a fight on the UFC card, it would have blown people away. The likes would have been off the charts. I mean, Mackenzie Dern fights and the likes are off the charts just because people are expecting her to show her ass. You know what I mean? It's like Joey Diaz is going to come up from the back and get excited about Mackenzie Dern fighting because there's a potential her cheeks might pop out. That gets more likes. Like, PFL, come on, your marketing sucks. Like, this is a big event, and I get it. I shouldn't do comparisons between organizations, but I will do comparisons between organizations because you have a fighter who's been at the UFC and who's now in your organization, and so I will make that comparison. Because you should treat this a little bit better. It's on ESPN as well. I didn't even know this was on ESPN. That's freaking mad to me, man. And it's on this. Well, the Zone is declining. The Zone is slowly declining. But look at even the comment section. People are laughing at this. 139 likes. This is... What's the rest of the card look like? I know y'all spent a bag for those two, but hopefully there's a few. Yeah, hopefully. I mean, this is the chance for PFL to really be on the map. Francis Ngannou, I get he signed to PFL because of the backhand Sorry, the back end of the contract that was favorable for him. Also, PFL Africa, there's a good chance that this will happen. PFL Africa will happen. There's a good chance. I'm gonna do my best. I swear to God, guys, I'm gonna do my best to go to the first PFL Africa event. But I just feel like, in terms of the marketing, it's all over their X, guys. It's all over their X, but no one can tell me where this is taking place. Okay, it's taking place in Saudi Arabia. You know what you should have done, PFL? Right here. I don't know if you guys can see my mouse, but right here, you should have put Saudi Arabia. You should have put Kingdom of Saudi Arabia right there. Right there. You should put Saudi Arabia in every single NGANNOU Ferreira poster you put up. You should put Saudi Arabia. People that do marketing, people that do advertising, like, help me out. Am I right or am I right? This whole page should be some of Ferreira's highlights. Like, we shouldn't get a road to PFL in October. We should get a road to PFL for Ferreira now. Like, you guys know what I mean? Like, we should get like a mini series. October's next month. The hype should begin now. The hype should begin now. We should get Ferreira hype now. We should be getting Ferreira cookies now. Pause, no homo. We should be getting Ferreira medicine now. We should be getting Ferreira candy now. Not in October. We should be getting Ferreira candy now. It's the battle of the giants, but you're just talking about literal giants. You're not really talking about giants on the scorecard. You're not really talking about giants on pay-per-view. You're talking about giants, dudes' sizes. And that's my problem. That's my problem. PFL, you could have eaten this, man. You could have eaten this. Also, it's like, you've got Francis Ngannou, who's the ambassador for PFL Africa. You could have thrown a little bit of that PFL Africa into this. You know what I mean? You could have thrown a little bit of that PFL Africa into this. You know? Battle of the Giants, they've got a countdown clock, UFC style. Okay, I get it. Brace for Impact, Battle of the Giants. I love Chris Cyborg. I might have to do another video about Chris Cyborg, but I absolutely love Chris Cyborg. I love that woman so much. It's like, Chris Cyborg to me is top tier MMA. Chris Cyborg, Amanda Nunes, those guys are like, I'm probably missing out a couple, but those guys are like top tier. Like, when people talk about female MMA, they should be talking about Chris Cyborg. It's so dead, bruv. Like, what's going on, fam? This is your biggest fight, PFL, and look at your page, man. It's so dead, bruv. Let's watch this blood clot thing. I might get a strike.
Saturday, October 19th on ESPN Plus pay-per-view and DAZN worldwide. It's a battle of the giants. The undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, Francis Ngannou, makes his historic MMA return.
I'm the baddest mother on the planet.
Against the 6'8" Brazilian titan, Reina the Problema Ferreira.
Oh, it's a 1-2, good night.
The two most
Sorry about the noise, guys. They're cleaning the hallway outside.
devastating strikers on the planet in the biggest heavyweight fight of the year.
What a shot. Problema with the first round finish.
Plus, the GOAT of women's MMA, Chris Cyborg.
Okay, I get that when they're doing the promo, they can't really show like Francis highlights because the UFC owns the footage for those highlights.
Takes on lethal two-time PFL champ Larissa Pacheco.
Larissa Pacheco unloading big-time power shots.
4 champions competing for the first ever PFL Super Fight belts. Live Saturday, October 19th on ESPN Plus pay-per-view and DAZN worldwide. Brace for impact.
Mike Tyson telling us to brace for impact. You gotta give us more, man. You gotta give us more. And I'm really hoping that the thing is, it's like we're in September. This is like promo overload. Like, we should be having an overload of promo right now. You know what I mean? We should be having like non-stop NGANNOU versus Ferreira, like non-stop. They should be like, every week we should get Francis Ngannou Ferreira content, you know? Again, this is their YouTube page. Again, it should say Saudi Arabia. Okay, it does. There's like, there's the Ministry of Sports for Saudi Arabia here. But it should be like underneath, like Saturday, October 19th. Underneath there, it should say Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, you know? This is their YouTube. And again, just to prove a point, Battle of the Giants, it's like 3 videos about Battle of the Giants, bro, and it's like 10 days, 11 days. Come on, like October is around the corner. Can we push this fight? Can we push it? Can we push it? Can we make this? Can we hype this fight, PFL? This is the press conference. Jake Paul being a prat. On your YouTube page, you're not even hyping it. You should be giving us, you should be drilling this into us. Like, you should be drilling this into us. Like you guys remember when Kim Kardashian showed her ass cheeks and it was like all over? PFL should be doing that. PFL should be showing us their ass cheeks right now. They should be like all over the place. You see me? I don't know, man. We can even, let's check out for, hold on 1 second. ESPN comes up on the top. PFL is there, sure, whatever. And then it's like, is that it? Like, if you're marketing this fight, and when you market a fight, you're trying to give out a message regarding the fight. When Conor McGregor fights Eddie Alvarez, he's trying to be the champ. That's the message. The other spectrum of the message is he's going to get knocked out by Eddie Alvarez, because Eddie Alvarez's boxing is far superior. You've heard it in the promo. They were talking about it non-stop. And that's the message, right? That's the message. Chris Cyborg. Oh, that's the baddest woman, blah, 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 blah. Right? Holly Holm, Ronda Rousey. Holly Holm, kickboxing career, boxing career, whatever it is. Like, she's the one who's going to take a run. Ronda Rousey, judoka, whatever. Like, there is a message in the promo. Bro, what's the message for Ngannou versus Ferreira? Battle of the Giants. Congratulations. They're both big men. Wagwan. Like, what next? What next? What's the message? I will help you. PFL, if you're watching this, I will help you. The message is, here you have Francis Ngannou, UFC champion, absolute badass, in the ring with Tyson Fury. Man has accomplished so much. Undoubtedly one of the best warriors on our planet. Undeniably one of the most, you know, one of the heavy hitters when it comes to that weight division. This guy's an absolute machine. He's an absolute beast. He's the Predator. However, Renan Ferreira, bigger than Francis Ngannou. I don't know, just say something. Say like, punches harder than Francis Ngannou. Has harder kicks than Francis Ngannou. Better jiu-jitsu than Francis Ngannou. Just put something behind Ferreira and then say, he could be next. Just say that. Just say, Ferreira is going to teach Francis Ngannou a lesson, because he taught Ryan Bader a lesson, because he taught this guy a lesson, because he taught that guy a lesson. Ferreira is the guy to take out the Predator. Like, you have to sell Ferreira. You have to sell Ferreira. Otherwise, it becomes one of those misfits fights, you know? It becomes one of those misfits, you know? Oh, KSI is fighting this guy. We don't even know who that guy is, bro. Oh, Prince Nassim Ahmed's son. I didn't even know Prince Nassim Ahmed had a son that was that old. Like, you get me? You have to give us Ferreira. You have to say something about Ferreira that will make people want to buy tickets. You have to give something about Ferreira that will make people go, Ferreira is the guy to give Ngannou problems. You have to. You have to. Stipe Miocic. Stipe Miocic? Yeah, Stipe Miocic. Like, everybody, like, if you look at the way the UFC does it, they'll say, this guy's the legend, this guy's the problem. And then they'll create something around it. They'll say Jose Aldo, you know, is a legend, phenomenal Muay Thai kicks, leg kicks, almost took out Uriah Faber's, you know, whole legs. And then they'll say, but Conor McGregor, is blah, and then it makes the fight so much more interesting. So much more interesting. If you're Brazilian and you know about Jose Aldo, and you're like, who's he fighting? Conor McGregor. And you're going, I believe in Jose Aldo. The UFC will put a little chink out there and they'll say, look, we know you believe in Jose Aldo, but have you seen Conor McGregor fight? Have you seen his striking? Have you seen that left punch? And then it makes the Brazilian fans go, yeah, but Jose Aldo is a legend, but you know what I mean? Over here, Francis NGANNOU versus Ferreira. Over here, people are everyone's just like, Francis is the bigger name, and it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be like that, because if that's the case, if we're going in and we're saying Francis is the bigger name, then take away Battle of the Giants. Put Battle of the Giants. That's it. Don't say Battle of the Giants. Put Battle of the Giants and call it a day. Because to me, PFL, your promo sucks for this fight. Your lead up to the fight sucks. We're in September. This was announced a couple of months ago. Your social media around the fight absolutely sucks. Like, I can't see you guys on Instagram promoting this fight. I can't see you guys on X promoting this fight. I can't see you guys on YouTube promoting this fight. Like, can you give us something? October is around the corner. October is around the corner, bruv. It's like when Anthony Joshua's last fight. Well, who was Anthony Joshua's last fight? Bruv, I didn't even know Anthony Joshua was fighting, fam. The promo was so trash for that. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's my thoughts. Guys, let me know if I got anything wrong, but I don't think I got anything wrong, man. Again, the only reason why we even know that PFL has this fight set up is number one, Francis Ngannou, his return. Number two, probably big shot names like ESPN and DAZN are involved. Kingdom of Saudi Arabia is involved. Other than that, no one's saying, oh, we know Francis Ngannou versus Ferreira is happening because of Ferreira. No one is saying that. No one is saying, oh, we know Francis Ngannou versus Ferreira is happening because of PFL. Guys, you've made it this far. Like and subscribe. I don't know. I'm going to watch this fight. I'm also going to watch Haggerty versus Superlek. That's going to be good too. The Neophyte Journal. I'm out.